Global happenings today. We communicate. We analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, good people. Welcome back to our channel. Today is the expiration of the 48 hours ultimatum given by Martin Amowole, a faction of the House of Assembly, for Fubara to present, the budget 2025 budget to them. Now, nobody knows what's going to happen after now, but however, so many things have taken position, especially the elders of Rivers State, and it seems as though it may not really end well if anything is done against similar Fubara. We're going to hear exactly what the Niger Delta group have sent out as a message as the ultimatum expires today. Now, according to the news station in Rivers State, have escalated as Ijaw groups, including Ijaw National Congress and the Ijaw Youth Council, issue a strong message against Governor Similare Fubara's impeachment. The groups declared their readiness to defend Fubara's mandate, cautioning that any move to remove him could destabilize the Niger Delta and disrupt oil production in the region. The warning follows the expiration of the 48 hours ultimatum issued by the Martin Amowole-led Rivers State House of Assembly for Fubara to represent the budget of 2025 for approval. The Assembly's stance comes after a Supreme Court judgment on Friday, February 28, 2025, reaffirmed its legitimacy in intensifying the ongoing political battle between the governor and the lawmakers loyal to his predecessor and Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike. The Apex Court judgment also ordered the seizure of allocation to the state and nullified the October 5, 2024 local government election conducted by the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission, RISEC. Exercising its authority, the Assembly at its first sitting after the judgment on Monday, March 3, 2025, asked Fubara to present the budget within 48 hours as it would on Friday, March 7, 2025, commence its 12 weeks recess. The ultimatum expires Wednesday, March 5, 2025. Now, the Assembly also faulted the governor's directive to the heads of local government administration to take over the affairs of the 23 council headquarters in the state. In anticipation of the pronouncement by the Assembly in its plenary today, the INC, IYC, and other groups in the state warned that removing Fubara would cause a crisis. In a statement, the INC president, Professor Benjamin Okaba, condemned the impeachment threat, warning that the Ijaw people would not stand by while their first son, I'll take that again. In a statement, the INC president, Professor Benjamin Okaba, condemned the impeachment threat, warning that the Ijaw people would not stand by while their first riverine governor in decades was undermined. He further criticized the Apex Court ruling on the river's political crisis, pointing out that it fails to acknowledge the historical and political sacrifices made by the Ijaw people in the governance of Rivers State. He warned that any attempt to undermine Fubara would have the consequences for national peace and economic stability, especially in the crude oil and gas-rich region. In his word, he says, if Governor Fubara's tenure is truncated by the Martin Amowole-led Assembly or anybody else, the INC cannot guarantee the sustenance of the current peace in the Niger Delta nor the continued rise in oil production. Recalling the contribution of the Ijaw people in the governance of Rivers State, he says, in 1999, an Ijaw leader, Chief Marshal Harry, was instrumental in securing the People Democratic Party ticket for Dr. Peter Odili despite a formidable challenge from Sergeant Awose. Harry further ensured Odili's victory against a Calabari opponent, Chief Ebenezer Isokari of the All People's Party. In 2003, the INC recalled that when Marshal Harry backed Sergeant Awose's governorship ambition, it was not Awose but Harry himself who was assassinated marking a painful loss for the Ijaw people. By 2007, Ijaw leaders such as Soboma George and Fubara Dagogo played a decisive role in securing victory for Sir Celestin Omeya, while Prince Igodo, a Kalabari Ijaw warlord, was killed during Omeya's swearing in to prevent security breaches. We further recall that in 2011, when Rotimi Amechi sought to nominate Pastor Tonyo Ko as a minister, Mrs. Patient Jonathan, wife of the then President Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, ensured that Nyesom Wike took the slot instead. He lamented that despite these sacrifices by the Ijaw people, a political elite from the Kwere ethnic group sought to frustrate the first riverine governor in decades. He vowed that the Ijaw nation would defend Fubara with every pinch of blood in their veins. Okaba regretted that while the INC worked tirelessly to preserve peace in the Niger Delta, leading to increased oil production and revenue for the nation, the same resources were being used to marginalize the people. He pointed out that the trend extended beyond Rivers State to Ondo, Edo, Delta, and Akwa Ibom State, where the Ijaw continued to face political exclusion. He called on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to rise to the occasion, adding that the ongoing political crisis in Rivers State must not be treated as ordinary politics. He said the Ijaw people, numbering over 40 million worldwide, would not tolerate any attempt to undermine their place in Nigerian politics. The IYC called for restraint, warning those plotting to use the Supreme Court judgment to destabilize Rivers State to tread with caution. The IYC President Worldwide, Dr. Theophilus Alaye, in a statement also that he made available to journalists in Abuja, appraised the Apex Court verdict and faulted the grounds on which the juries took some of their decision. He warned those threatening impeachment against Fubara to be careful, saying any forceful attempt to remove him from office would be resisted by the IYC and other youths in the Niger Delta. In his word, and I quote, "We found the Supreme Court nullification of the Rivers State local government election very provocative and laughable, as other states equally relied on the 2023 INEC voters register to conduct local government elections. The verdict has confirmed our suspicion that the frequent boast of the FCT minister Nyesom Wike that a tsunami will come rock Rivers State shows that the Apex Court is working hand in glove with him to destroy the state. Rivers, as a major contributor to the national coffers, should not be starved of funds from their God-given natural endowment. We therefore urge the Apex Court to review the judgment because it has agitated the youths of Ijaw nation who have maintained peace in the Niger Delta and supported the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu-led federal government. Also, the IYC Eastern Zone warned the River Assembly against plunging the state into violence. In his word, he says, it vows to resist any attempt to subvert Fubara's government, hinting at potential economic consequences should their demands be ignored. In a statement issued in Port Harcourt and jointly signed by its chairman, Tolu Sukubo, and Secretary Tubumokuru Dango, the Congress said it would resist any move to undermine the mandate freely given to Fubara, especially as it was a way of plans by some individuals to destabilize the state. In his statement, he says that the Ijaw Youth Council Eastern Zone expresses deep concern over the current tense political situation in Rivers State following the recent Supreme Court judgment nullifying the election of local government council chairman. This decision has created an environment ripe for manipulation by those who do not have the best interests of Rivers State or the Ijaw nation at heart. We are aware of alarming plan by certain elements to destabilize Rivers State and undermine the mandate given to our elected official. The purported 48 hours ultimatum issued to the governor by the defected Martin Amowole-led House of Assembly to present the 2025 budget is a clear indication of an orchestrated effort to create chaos and potentially impeach the governor. This is not only an attack on our leadership, but also an affront to the will of the Rivers people who have entrusted their governance to one of their own. The IYC warned that it would not stand by and allow detractors to steal Fubara's mandate. We are committed to defending our right and ensuring that the voice of the Ijaw people are heard and respected. We call upon the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the National Security Advisor to intervene immediately and halt the ongoing madness that threaten to plunge Rivers State into avoidable crisis. Such instability could have severe repercussions not only for our state's governance but also for the crude oil production and energy security, which are vital to the national economy. The Joy Youth further said the attempt to stop Rivers allocation will cause hardship for innocent civil servants and reduce developmental project implementation by the state government. The Ijaw people, we will not fold our hands and allow the continued political marginalization of our own. If Rivers State is starved of its economic right because of one who wants to monopolize Rivers State economy, we will also starve the economy of Nigeria. When contacted regarding threat by Ijaw group to disrupt oil production and peace in the Niger Delta, if Fubara is impeached, the spokesperson of the Rivers State Police Command, Grace Coco, declined to comment and refer our reporters to the Commissioner of Police. So many things here to really talk about, I must say. And it's a pointer to the fact that everyone needs to be careful of what is going to happen in the nearest future. Don't forget that RISEC had already sent out, letters inviting stakeholders to be part of what they intend to do. All of this put together shows that everyone wants Rivers State to work, but we must tread carefully. We'd like to leave it there. Let's meet in our comment section and talk more on this. Thank you very much and stay tuned.